What up, donkeys? Jack Haze here with JackAce.com, and I'm here with video number 3. This is actually lesson 2 in my series for solving the Rubik's Cube. This is a series about solving the Rubik's Cube in the easiest possible way. So if you've been following along in my series, you have one of these magic cubes. It is a cube that looks like it has Legos on it. In the last lesson, we learned how to solve a side. This is 9 different pieces. And today we're gonna learn how to solve not just one side, but also the connected edges. So here we've added an additional 4 times 4, that's 16 plus a 17th piece. Now, after today's lesson, not only will you be able to solve one side, you'll be able to solve these connected edges and corners as well. When you're done, it'll look like you have T's across the 4 adjoining sides. When you get your magic cube ready for today's lesson, I want you to assemble a side, preferably the white side. I want you to put in all 6 centers, including from the top, the white, the red and the blue, and that's left to right when we look at white being the top. The left side should be red, the right side should be blue when you face it from this angle. And then from there, use these as reference points. On the opposite side of blue should be green, on the opposite side of red should be orange. And then from there, make sure you have all these edge pieces in as well. And real quick, if you are using this cube and you're having problems taking the Lego pieces off, let me show you this real quick. What I found you can do is you can take a stack of unused pieces and just press it hard, give it a little twist, and pull it off that way. That will save you tons of damage to your fingernails, trust me. And it should work the same with all the other pieces. Just press down pretty hard, give it a little twist, and pull it up. But we have this cube in the state that we want to have it in. Let's make sure we have white on the opposite side of yellow, red on the opposite side of orange, and blue on the opposite side of green. And also let's make sure that when you look at white on the top, that red is on the left side and blue is on the right. So hopefully you've had enough time to practice lesson 1 and you're a master at solving a single side. In today's lesson, we're gonna learn not only how to solve a single side, but also solve the connecting edge and corner pieces. And I'm very serious when I say that you should be able to solve a single side without having any problems. So if you haven't mastered that yet, you probably wanna continue trying to master that until you're an expert at it. Then you can continue with today's lesson. So in the previous lesson, we learned how to fish and catch. In today's lesson, we're gonna learn how to catch and release. So I'm gonna give this a little mix up here. And we're gonna do what we learned in the previous lesson, lesson number 1, which is how to solve one side. This is a real quick rehash. Here's the side we wanna solve. I'm gonna start pushing up pieces with disregard to what is currently there. And at this point, we can't push in any more pieces without disrupting what is currently there. So now we have 4, we wanna work at getting at 5. So here we can drop a line, fish catches the bait and reel it in, right? Same thing here, drop a line, fish catches the bait, reel that in. Here we have something on the bottom, we want to move it out of the bottom. So now we're at a point with the blue elephant, we want to shoot it with the blue elephant gun. We already have the blue elephant gun, so drop a line, fish catches the bait and reel it in. So now we only have 2 pieces on this top edge. We're going to drop a line, bring it up without the fish, drop a line, catch it. Same thing here. Drop a line, bring it up, and then drop a line, catch it. So now I've tried to match this as closely as possible, but there are some pieces that need to be re-scrambled. So green looks good. We're gonna make this our starting point. We're gonna put the 3 greens. If you find 3 in a row, you usually wanna start that as your starting point. Match that up with the center piece. And you can see now we have 1, 2, 3 pieces out of place. So what we do is we caught the fish, now we wanna catch and release. So we're gonna drop that line, release the fish, and come back up without the fish. So now we've only broken 1 of the 9 pieces that we had intact. So now we know this is white and red. We want to put this in the appropriate place. That would be right here. So we're going to drop a line, catch the correct fish, reel it in, and in the process of doing that, we've released the white and blue fish, and we know where to put that. We want to put that here. So we have to move it out of the way, drop a line, catch the fish, and reel it in. So now you can see we're getting closer and closer to the end product. We have 1 fish we need to catch, and that can only go in one place. That goes here. And that is the crux of today's lesson. Let's give that another mix up. We'll try this again. So we're gonna start by doing lesson 1, which is solving a single side. So here we're gonna start from scratch. We only have 1 solved piece, the center. And we're gonna start pushing pieces into place. And you can usually get to a point where you have 4 in place before you start to worry about pushing pieces out when you push other pieces in. So we're just gonna start with this before we start doing the fishing and catching step. Let's drop a line, catch this edge piece and pull it up. Now we have 5 pieces. Let's move this out of the way, drop a line, push it into place and catch that piece. Let's drop this line, push this into place, catch it. And we can drop this line, put the fish into place and catch it. So now we have this piece here on the bottom. And since you're an expert, you know to put this under the place where you want to put it, drop a line, push it out of the way, reel it in without the fish, and then from here we can fish and catch. So again, we're pretty lucky in this situation where we have 3 in a row. We're gonna align that with the green, and you can see we're kind of in a similar situation where we have 3 edge pieces out of place. So we're gonna start by catch, then release. We've released this white and orange. We're gonna drop this line, catch this fish, reel it in, and now this is in the correct position, and we've broken out this fish. So this is white and blue, it needs to go here. Move it out of the way, drop a line, catch the fish, reel it in. Last piece, white and red, needs to go here. Move it out of the way, drop a line, catch the fish, reel it in. So now we've done this twice, and let's just do it a 3rd time for good measure. Hopefully this should be pretty easy for you to catch on. Here we do have 3 in a row. We're gonna use this as our starting point. When we have 3 in a row, that means that these corners are gonna match as well. But here's a situation where we have to catch and release these corners. So let's start with one of the corners. I move this one, but we know that this orange needs to go here, so we can catch and reel in the fish. And let's finally put this last corner in place. So now we're in a situation where we only have 2 pieces that are out of place. And we're gonna catch and release this piece, put it where we need it to go. And then we have one piece, one edge piece that needs to go in its proper place, and we've done it. So that's it. That's today's lesson. That is the end of lesson 2. For your homework, you need to be able to get to this level of completion with 0 problems. It is almost the same as lesson 1, but we are extending that lesson to the point where we are careful about what we put in which place. The only thing that we have learned is the catch and release method. So we have a solved side, but we drop a line and release a fish, and then we put it back in the place where we need it. So that is the end of lesson 2. Let me know how you're progressing in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about how I am teaching people how to solve the cube. And let me know if you guys are having any problems understanding some of these concepts. I'm really eager to hear your feedback. If you enjoyed this content, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly, and peace out, donkeys.